Hey, I'm right back with another video. It's 5:49 p.m. It is September 5th, Tuesday, and I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video. Kind of a catch up from a follow up from the last video that I just recently made. I was thinking about, some of the things I mentioned in the last video, and I dealt with some brain regurgitation yesterday. That's one of the reasons why I made the first video today. But I wanted to say something, to my previous person, really to Karen Johnson. Karen, when it comes to women who bully other women in the workplace, um, the first thing that women go after when they bully other women is their looks. And now I'm going to tell you what, I don't believe that I am a drop dead gorgeous person because I am well aware of my flaws. Well aware of my flaws. I have skin discoloration on my face. I have very crooked teeth. If you look close to at my eyes, you'll notice that there's one eye that's bigger than the other. One of my ears is a little bit higher than the other. I have flaws and I'm fully aware of them. Okay, but when it comes to women in the workplace, many women who I would say once they reach 25, 30, or at least when they have their first kid, they tend to stop caring about themselves and they tend to focus on other things and they start putting themselves further and further down the priority list until one day they look at themselves and say, I don't recognize this person. Now, I will say when I was growing up, I had a very hard time trying to be who I wanted to be from the first place. I mean, obviously, I always liked things like clothes, and I was more of a makeup girl, more so than my siblings or whatever. But, like, I had a hard time dealing with my weight because I was in a family that didn't see the importance of it. And I did see the importance of it. And as a child, I knew that the only thing I wanted to do was be one of the kind of people that I admired. And the kind of person I admired was the kind of person when we would sit down and have like maybe a slice of pie, and they would have that slice of pie, and they would just have that slice of pie. Because where I was growing up, I had a family who wanted that slice of pie, some more pie, and then more pie, and then you know what? They might just order another pie because they just could not stop eating. I had an issue with self-control when I was younger. And then as I got older, I realized, you know what? I like certain things more than I like that slice of pie. I like looking good in my jeans more than I like that candy bar. And I do, because I find that my passion for clothes is what keeps me on track. Now, there's a lot of women who get very intimidated by other women taking care of themselves, and and this is something I've said it before, a lot of women are uncomfortable talking about it because what they have to do is they have to come out to themselves and say, you know what, I'm not happy with myself and I'm lashing out. Every self-respecting woman wants to make sure that she takes care of herself. If you don't, if you don't have that kind of self-respect, then that's fine, you don't have it. But don't prevent anyone else from having that sort of self-respect. And no, I do not think that I'm someone who's better than anyone else. It's just that, you know what? I like clothes. And I like taking care of myself. And I like, having something to look forward to each day. Now, a lot of us don't have anything to look forward to anymore. You ruined my fucking career. Okay? You ruined the environment so that I could have a decent work life. I'm not interested in, I'm tired of you trying to shove men who are just nothing but users and abusers down my throat. Okay, so there's a lot of things that other women would be doing right now that I'm not doing. Okay, so what do I have to live for? I'm going to live for myself, and I would recommend to anybody, whether they're male or female, to live for themselves first before they live for anyone else. Okay, I don't have anyone in my life who cares enough about me. Because I'll tell you what, if I did, this would have happened. I would not be traumatized. I would not be somebody who's dealing with severe depression. I would have a fully functional life. Okay? Right? Yeah, I am not the one who is flawed because I take care of my body. And I don't think it's right that I should be shamed or excluded for taking care of my body. There was a time when things were flipped around. Like, I remember when people would laugh at, overweight people when they would come in for a job interview. They were the talk of the fucking office. People would not they wouldn't shut up talking about that person. Laughing at them. As if, or remember, I remember when you hired an overweight employee and you were talking shit about him behind his back because you had to order a special chair for him. You see what I'm saying? So now things are changed. I mean, things that we have issues with people being far more overweight than they've ever been. Okay, and I choose not to get involved in that. That's another issue that relates to what the world is doing. I prefer not to get into, and I have that right to. And what you're doing is you're discriminating against me, and you're having people bully me. Especially, I think maybe you're doing this because you're trying to force me into some sort of relationship that I want nothing to do with. Okay, I am traumatized that somebody would do something like that or keep something like that a secret from me. I can't tell you how. I just look at you guys as what you are, an underground crime syndicate. And that's exactly what you are. Operating through businesses. That's exactly what you are. And I'm disturbed by it. That's one of the reasons why the impact of this story disturbs me so greatly. Okay? I'm not somebody who's going to apologize about having self-love. In this world, you can only love yourself first. So you got to take care of yourself first. That's the top priority. I would even say that for a woman who is taking care of her child. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Because when I was younger, that whole example about the mother and the child on the airplane, about how the plane may crash, so they have to sit there and put these masks on their face. Air mask on their face, and so the woman has to take some time out and put that mask on her face first before she can even help her kid take care of his, right? Or because if hers isn't on correctly, she might pass out or whatever before she can actually take care of her kids. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of other people. Okay, this is my life. And what you did was you put some sort of situation in place where people are sitting here bullying me, talking crap about me. I don't have anything to be ashamed of. You know what I mean? I'm not an adulteress. And if I was somebody who was looking for a relationship, I'm 52 years old. I would have every right to. So I'm sitting here, people are sitting here treating me like I'm some sort of second class citizen and some sort of criminal, when in fact, you guys have it, once again, turned around. This is my life. This is my life, and this is a life that I'm proud of. And in my mind, we all have our standards in life. Some people, they grow up and think, I want to play the piano, or I want to study science, or whatever. And all the little hobbies and interests, things that I take pride in, and the things that I focus on, are part of my childhood vision that I see, even though they may not be my main occupation, are definitely a part of my personality buildup. And this is who I am. It is who I am. And when it comes to someone who takes care of their body, I think that this is my personal opinion, people can do whatever they want to. Like I said, I mentioned the Fat Pride movement before. There's some people who are very, I don't know, if they're really truly proud of being overweight, then be proud to be overweight, okay? But like I said, your pride, in order for you to be proud of being overweight, are you trying to force other people so that that's the only way that you can be proud of yourself? Because I'm not on board with that movement. You know what I mean? I personally prefer, and I tend to gravitate towards people who care more about their body. And that's not being superficial. It's about somebody who helps you live the kind of life that you want to live. If you want to surround yourself with food that's not overly sugary, and they don't resort to eating for their form of entertainment, that sort of stuff, then you need to gravitate towards this kind of people who live the lifestyle that you live. I don't want to be around people who always, every time it's a social gathering, their first thing to come together is always food. That's a problem. That's a habit. It's a bad habit that I don't want to engage in on my personal time. And that's my right. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of you vilifying. You think it's simple, but no, I think what you did was very malicious, and I know exactly what that was. You feel some sort of and me taking care of my body has nothing to do with competition. It's about me and being satisfied with who I am. And I think if women strive to be more content with who they are as individuals, without worrying about everyone else and taking care of their own body like they should, they wouldn't be lashing out at other women. Because that's really what it boils down to. It really does boil down to that. If a person's happy with themselves, they're not going to sit here and bash on other people. You know, um, I don't bash on other women. I know that some people think that when some people would. They always want to be, they call it thin, okay? I don't consider myself thin. I consider myself a decent weight, okay? I'm not somebody who has to be the thinnest. Like, I've talked to women who are way thinner than me. It's not that. It's about my satisfaction. I am content and satisfied with myself. I am content with myself. Even though I have flaws, I'm completely satisfied with who I am. There's not a lot of people who can say that, okay? And it's wrong for you to lash out at people who are content with their lives. I wouldn't change my life for anyone. At all. This is my life. And I'm angry because, what you did was you put in, what you did was a form of genocide. It's exactly what it is. It's like, you either give up your life, the only fucking life I want, or we're going to kill you. Throw you out in the street, and I'm going to fucking ruin your chances of getting a job in the corporate world, and not only that, I'm going to sit here and call up other people so you can't even start your own business or take care of yourself. What you did was you put in place a plan to kill me. Yes, you did, Karen. And you should be held responsible for that. And I think you brought Joel involved in it, and Bruce was involved in it, and you made this, to me, what you did was you projected a degrading image of me, like I'm some whore that's going to be flipping around between two men, or whoever that was. What you deserve to be sued like so many times. When I think about what you did, I fucking can't stand you. Please clean your shit up as soon as you possibly can. You know what I mean? I've got my own life to live, and I'm sick and tired of taking you into consideration when you shouldn't even be thought about. You came in here and you literally plowed through my life, and with a major sense of entitlement, and it shocks the hell out of me. How bold can you be? I don't have an interest in adhering to anyone's religion. It's not about rebellion. It has nothing to do with that. The thing is, Karen, you and I are completely different. Completely different. And no, I'm not going to sit here and feel bad about my personal ways, my personal views, my personal hobbies, and the things that I could do, and the quote unquote habits that you want to change out of me. A person has the right to decide what kind of job or whatever sort of thing that they want to focus into because they want to build their life around this particular lifestyle. And yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, I don't have anything in my mind that looks at the conservative lifestyle and with any sort of longing. I don't want it because I personally think what the majority of people focus on is some sort of lie and deception. Just like everything else had told us what we're supposed to sit here and focus all of our sights on, put all of our energy into, and so many people are disappointed. I'm saying no. I say, seek out what makes you happy. This is my philosophy. This is what I believe, and I'm not going to sit here and change that for anyone. I don't love anyone on this fucking earth enough. This is the truth. I can honestly say that, especially after what I dealt with, there is not one person on the earth. This is not arrogance. I have every goddamn right to feel this way. Every single last person within your stupid social circle basically walked over me and was prepared to dance on my fucking grave. The only person I fucking care about, the only person I should fucking care about, is me. And that goes for everybody else. Every individual, let this be a lesson to you. The only person who has your back is you. Okay, I don't care what your best friend, what your sister says, whoever, no. The only person who fucking cares and really truly cares about you meeting your goals is you. And you could be betrayed by just about anybody. Okay, let this issue be a lesson to you. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm tired of the life that you drained me of. You drained me of my life. You've taken things out of my life. You overstepped your boundaries. I can't tell you how many reasons why you should be sued. Okay? I'm disturbed by you guys. It's like you guys are no different to me than, like I said, that's what I see. What you did is an underground crime fucking syndicate. Didn't think of it that way, did you? You're sitting here trying to determine the marital status, force someone into goddamn marriage. Okay? And you basically told people to shut me out of my ability to survive until I bend to your rules. Okay? What you did was serious. Very serious. And no, there is not, you can sit there and beg me to forgive you. I will never forgive you, and rightfully so. Just clean up your shit and leave me the fuck alone.